And welcome back, this is BallerScuba with more Let's Play Pokémon LeafGreen. I'm joined as always by Dumpus and his very powerful Pokémon squad of Mr. Jency Bebo, Rumpus, Samja Sanders, and Fuzimi. They are kicking ass for me. I'm amazed that I have not lost any of them yet. When we last left off, we made it to Fuschia City. We're back in Lavender Town, because I love purple, apparently. We're going to take care of a quick request, that is to head back to where Mr. Fuji is. Here he is. Has my Poke Flute helped you? Indeed it has. And to talk to the kids here, see if they have anything new to say. Mr. Fuji has been praying alone for Cubone's mother. I think that is new. This isn't really... Oh, that's the same. Yeah, you say the same thing, and you say the same thing as well. Don't hug the Psyduck. Doesn't like it. It will use psychic moves on you. Before we head out, that is all that I wanted to do here, by the way. Before we head out, I should actually point something out, and that's that I actually caught the wrong Snorlax. My original plan, let's actually bring up the map here. Easiest way is for me to pretend to fly somewhere. Let's bring up the map. We went to Celadon City, and for whatever reason, right before I caught Snorlax, I thought that Snorlax was technically in Celadon City. Snorlax is technically on Route 16, and since Snorlax was not the first Pokemon I encountered there, in fact I did level grinding there, I shouldn't have caught him. So I'm going to keep him though, that's the plan. The other Snorlax is east here of Vermilion City on Route 12. Now, my original plan was to go to Route 12. I haven't caught anything, haven't encountered anything on Route 12. Catch that one here, kill the one here on Route 16. So the new plan, because I already have the Snorlax, I haven't used him in battle. So if you guys really do object to it, I'll get rid of him. I can do it without Snorlax. I would prefer to keep him though. My new plan here is to just kind of forfeit anything being caught on Route 12 whatsoever, and kill the Snorlax there, and then count the Snorlax as what I caught on Route 12, or the first Pokemon that I encountered on Route 12. That is the new plan, because it occurred to me about halfway down the cycling road. Wait, that was Route 16. That wasn't Celadon City at all, was it? So I do apologize that I didn't stick to the rules. I was just kind of excited about trying to catch a Snorlax. And I did a lot of grinding with Kenny, like, right immediately before I started, and I might have been a little distracted. But that is enough about that. We need to go catch some hidden items, and potentially a new Pokemon. Probably not going to catch a new Pokemon, but there is a possibility out there. So, let me meet you with more hidden items, and a new crew. Back on Route 17 on the cycling road, next to the only patch of grass on the cycling road. Let's go ahead and drop down and see what we can find. The most common things here are Eradicate and Doduo, but Spearow is also fairly common. I do not mind catching myself a Spearow, possibly as a backup to Sanders. Might just go ahead and replace Sanders though. Let's go ahead and see. Would like to catch one after all. There's also a rare Fearow here, fairly common Rattata as well, but primarily what you want to come here to get is a Doduo, and I'm just not encountering them. I am not getting lucky with the Doduo encounters. Instead, I'm getting Spearow, which is not bad. Not bad at all. I might replace it with, for Sanders. It might be better than I had originally said. I've usually preferred Pidgeys in the past. That's too close for comfort. Alright, let's just go ahead and throw a Pokeball at it. It is, after all, a bird, and not that hard to catch, really, at all. So let's just throw a Pokeball and hope for the best. Remember, hold the DS perfectly level and hold down and B. Or just have my kind of luck. Are you kidding me? Like, granted, it's a Spearow, but this is starting to get absolutely ridiculous. Alright, I caught myself a female Spearow. It's about a foot tall. That's like a little less than a third of a meter. than it, so like about 30 centimeters tall. 4.4 pounds, that's, 2 pounds, or 2 kilograms even. It eats bugs in grassy areas. It has to flap its short wings at high speed to stay airborne. Let's make it fly us around too. Will I give a nickname to the captured Spearow? You're damn right I will. Not gonna be Spearow at all. As suggested by Insanity Force, this is going to be Rafal. Rafal is transferred to the PC. We will go take a look at it later. For the time being, though, I need to kind of make sure I'm just hanging out here. For the time being, let's talk about what is here if you're playing red, blue, and yellow, because it is different. If you're playing red and blue, Rattata is very common, Raticate is common, Spearow is very common, Fearow is common, and Doduo is common. If you're playing yellow, it's the same things, except there's also a common Ponyta and a rare Dodrio that can show up for you here. Let's go back and check out our new Pokemon, and then we'll be back for hidden items. Back at the Pokemon Center, let's take a look at our new Pokemon. We do have Rafal. I have it next to Sanders so that we can try to compare the two, but it's not going to be really fair because Sanders is 6 levels ahead and has been with us for a while. But we will take a look at Rafal now. Rafal is quirky, which means nothing. It means no increased stat, no decreased stat. It's one of the few that work that way. So no stat increase, no stat decrease. I guess that's okay. Then we do have Keen Eye as the ability. It prevents loss of accuracy. As you can see, it's got pretty good stats. Attack at 31, speed of 39. Defense is a little low, but it's a bird, so that's kind of expected. The moveset is pretty bad early on. We've got Growl, Leer, Fury Attack, 1585. The foe is jabbed repeatedly with a horn or beak 2 to 5 times, so 2 to 5 times with an 85% accuracy. Not my favorite move. But we do get Pursuit. That is a dark move at least. It only has a power of 40, but it's a dark move. An attack move that works especially well on a foe that is switching out. This is mostly used in multiplayer and usually works against you in single player. Switching out's not really a thing that happens, as you might have noticed in this game from the other trainers. They don't tend to do that very much. But let's take a look at the stats. The ones that I really care about are attack and speed, right? 31 and 39 for Rafal. Defense, 21 and 18. Special attack doesn't really mean much to me right now. Sanders, of course, is 6 levels higher, so it's not really fair to compare it, but the attack is 37, speed is 48, and then the defense is 33 and 32. Once again, not real fair to compare the two. They have the same ability, though. I might level up Rafal, Teacher Fly, of course. That will be useful as we continue on, but we will see. We'll see what I end up doing between the two of those. Rafal goes back into the box for the time being. I'll meet you back on Cycling Road where we can get hidden items that I skipped from before. Since the Cycling Road's really difficult for me to maneuver around, I'm just going to show you them one at a time. The first one is in the middle path, on the dirt path, to the left of the northernmost sign. Holding B and pressing the button here will get you a full restore. Now, I do believe this is our first full restore, so we will take a look at this awesome item. It is one of my favorites. It is indeed our first one. A medicine that fully restores the HP and heals any status problem of one Pokemon. I love this item, except when my opponents have it, which will be the second half of this game. They will abuse the hell out of this, but I like it when I use it. It's a full heal. I mean, it does everything that you want, except for PP. Nothing can replenish your PP. Not a single thing. All right, that's the first one. I'll meet you at the second one. Next item can be found on the left path. This is the second sign in the middle path. This is the marker to let you know when you're on the right path, but you do have to be in the middle of this path here, where you can find a PP up. place is huge, and there's so little items. You really have to have some markers for him. But I will gladly take the PP up. Then we move on to the eastern path. This is the third sign from the north on the middle. In the middle of this path, you can find a rare candy. Always good to find those. Still saving those to see what I want to use them on. Probably right before the end. Next item is further south to the west of the sign that tells you not to throw the game, throw Pokeballs. You can head over to the middle of the path and find yourself a max revive. Yeah, you having to be on bikes makes this especially difficult. And finally, for these versions of the game, 3 spots to the right of the sign, near the bottom, you can find a max elixir. We'll just hold on to that. Have we seen a max elixir before? We might have. Couldn't hurt to look though. No, it is our first one. We also haven't seen a max revive before. A medicine that revives a fainted Pokemon, restoring HP fully. I will sell that. That is blasphemous to this run. Then we have a max elixir, fully restores the PP of all moves for 1 Pokemon. That's actually pretty useful. Won't be using that on Mr. Jinsey though. Won't be using that on him. I'm gonna head all the way back up to the top, and we'll do this again, but for fire, or not for fire. For not fire, for red, blue, and yellow. Just the original version of the game. We'll show you where those hidden items are, because they're in different spots. If you are playing red, blue, and yellow, you can find yourself a hidden candy. It's hidden 3 bushes in from the right, about halfway down this patch of grass. I don't really want to go in there right now, but it's probably about this height, somewhere around there. I don't have exact numbers on it, but there's a rare candy in there somewhere. Like I said, 3 from the right. Then from the northernmost sign, you want to head 1 tile to the left, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, so you can actually point at the 6th one. And here you can find yourself a full restore. You're playing red, blue, and yellow. Then from the southernmost sign in the middle section, you can head 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 over to the left, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 down. And here you can find yourself a max revive. It's pretty much the same stuff, just in different locations. Unfortunately for this one, I don't have the point of reference on my screen, but from the eastern path, the southernmost biker, he'll be stationary for you. I'm going to assume he's somewhere around here. What you want to do is head 2 tiles to the right. You'll be off the path in your game, but for us, we're on the edge. And you want to head 26 tiles up. And over here, you can find yourself, we'll say it's right around here, you'll find yourself a PP up, which we got as well, just ours was easier to find. And finally, from the biker that is going around in circles here for us, but will be stationary for you next to the water, you want to go 2 tiles left and 2 tiles down, and here you can find yourself the max elixir. And that should do it for the hidden items on the cycling road. We are ready to move on to Fuschia City. And we are back in Fuschia City. Now, there is still a little matter of Route 18, which I will deal with later, but for the time being, I feel like it's time for us to go ahead and explore a town. We do have Fuschia City, so I will be back for Route 18 in a bit. As you can see, there is a shiny new Pokemon in there. I wonder what that is. We'll have to deal with that in a bit. First, I want to show off this shiny gym. We're not going to go in just yet, but we will eventually. Here we can find Fuschia City Pokemon Gym. The leader is Koga, the poisonous ninja master. Poison, you say? If only I didn't absolutely destroy poison. Like, honestly, how many poison types have I had to fight against with Team Rocket? You think that poison's going to be an issue for me? Let's see what the little boy has to say. Bill files his own Pokemon data on his PC. Did he show you? My Pokemon data is stored on his PC. Is he making copies of my Pokemon? Better not. The Safari Zone's warden is old, but he's still very much active. All his teeth are false, though. That's a weird thing to bring up. Why don't you say that? You've met Bill? He's my grandson. He's like a fully fledged adult. He's like in his 30s. How old are you, dude? He always liked collecting things, even as a child. I'm sure he did. Can I look at the map? I can. Here I am. So why bother with a map of your own? You can go anywhere and look at other people's maps. All right, let's see what we got over here. Ah, you. This guy is not present in red, blue, and yellow, so don't get your hopes up. If you're playing fire red and leaf green now, this guy is very useful for one move in particular. Oh yes, I'm the move deleter. I can make Pokemon forget their moves. Would you like me to do that? If you have taught somebody Flash and you want them to unlearn Flash, this is the guy you need to talk to. If you're playing red, blue, and yellow, I'm sorry, this doesn't exist for you. There's nobody that I have right now that I want to remove any of the moves for. I have been kind of careful with that. Only taught the useless HMs to people that were going to be useless for me eventually. Come again if there are other moves to be forgotten. Can't even remember the name of the one that I taught Flash to. I know it was my Bellsprout, but I can't remember his name for the life of me.